What if the friendly, quirky robots from Buck Rogers could actually exist in real life? Could we one day walk around with robot companions like Twiki, or take advice from super intelligent AIs like Dr. Theopolis? It's a question worth thinking about, especially now when artificial intelligence, AI, is moving faster than ever before. AI has been part of science fiction for a long time, but how close are we to making those futuristic ideas real? Buck Rogers had its own vision of AI back in the day. Helpful, intelligent machines, sometimes quite callous. But is that the future we're heading toward? Or will things turn out differently? If you've ever watched Buck Rogers, you probably remember Ziggy. Ziggy's one of those robots that makes you wonder, wait, how advanced is AI supposed to be in this future world? But Ziggy is more like comic relief than a super smart AI. He's kind of adorable, but when it comes to intelligence, well, not exactly top tier. He's more like a glorified assistant, kind of like Siri or Alexa, but with a quirkier personality. Ziggy isn't making life-altering decisions or running the show. He's just a helper bot. Now here's something interesting about Buck Rogers. Even though they live in this high-tech future, the starfighters, which are these futuristic ships, are still piloted by humans. In a world where AI runs so much, why are humans still in control of the starfighters? It's a little surprising when you think about it. The idea of human pilots leading space combat feels a bit old school compared to what we might imagine in today's world of drones and automated combat tech. Today, real-world militaries are already testing AI-piloted drones. In fact, the US military has experimented with AI fighter pilots that can already outperform human pilots in certain situations. We've already seen unmanned drones being used for surveillance and airstrikes, where decisions are made by AI to some extent. This raises a fascinating question. Are we actually ahead of Buck Rogers when it comes to AI in warfare? Now, let's get to the real standout AI in Buck Rogers, the robot judges. In this universe, the entire judicial system is run by these highly intelligent robots, encased in these cold, circular containers. These AI judges don't get emotional. They don't have biases, and they don't play favorites. They're designed to be completely impartial. No more worries about biased judges making unfair rulings or letting personal beliefs get in the way. It's like the ultimate fair trial. But here's the big question. Could this ever really happen in real life? And even if it could, should we trust robots to make decisions about people's lives? Let's talk about where we are with AI today. I'm sure you've all heard about Alexa, Siri, and Google Assistant. These AI assistants are already a big part of our daily lives, and they're pretty good at what they do, whether it's answering questions, playing music, or controlling your smart home devices. Elon Musk's recent release of the AI robot called Optimus shows us where Tesla is headed towards in the next decade. But let's face it, they're not exactly rocket scientists. These assistants and drones are still limited in their understanding of context, emotions, or any deep, meaningful decision-making. In that sense, they're not that different from Ziggy and Buck Rogers. Sure, they follow commands and can engage in basic conversations, but they're not running the world just yet. But AI has gone beyond just voice assistants. In industries like healthcare, AI is helping doctors diagnose diseases. It's analyzing massive amounts of data in ways humans never could. In finance, AI algorithms make stock market predictions, and in logistics, AI manages supply chains with efficiency humans could only dream of a few years ago. And let's not forget about autonomous vehicles. Self-driving cars are already on the roads thanks to Tesla, although we're still a bit away from them taking over entirely. So, while AI in Buck Rogers seems a little clunky at times, like with Ziggy, we're already surpassing that level of tech in some areas. But what about AI in courtrooms or governments, like those robotic judges? That's where things get really interesting, and also a little more complicated. Now, could AI run governments like the ones in Buck Rogers actually happen? Could robots one day sit at the head of governments or judicial systems, making decisions based on cold, hard logic instead of human feelings? It's a wild idea, but it's not totally out of the realm of possibility, at least in theory. Right now, AI is already being used to assist governments in various ways. For example, Some cities are using AI to analyze traffic patterns and create more efficient systems to reduce congestion. Governments are also using AI to help manage large amounts of data, make predictions about economic trends, and even assist in decision-making processes for policies. But we're still far, far away from fully replacing human politicians with robots. One thing that keeps coming up in discussions about AI-run governments is the potential for eliminating corruption. Think about it. AI doesn't take bribes. It doesn't care about personal gain or popularity. It can't be caught with an incriminating photograph and coerced. An AI leader wouldn't cater to special interest groups or be swayed by public opinion. It would just follow data, analyze the facts, and make decisions accordingly. No more corruption or shady deals. That is very similar to what we see in Buck Rogers. But then again, governing isn't just about following the rules. It's about understanding the human experience, the cultural nuances, and the ethical complexities of running a country. Can an AI truly understand what it means to govern millions or even billions of people? AI may be great at crunching numbers, but can it really grasp the social dynamics and emotional realities that come with leadership? It's a huge question, and we don't have a clear answer just yet. Let's dive deeper into the ethics of using AI in something as sensitive as the justice system. In Buck Rogers, AI judges, known as the Computer Council, are seen as these super logical, impartial decision makers. They're not swayed by personal beliefs or emotions, and they don't have any biases. It sounds like a perfect solution to the flaws we see in today's legal system, where human judges can sometimes make decisions based on bias, whether they realize it or not. But let's think about the potential downsides. AI is only as good as the data it's trained on. If the data used to train the AI is biased, then the AI itself will also be biased. In fact, there have already been real-world examples of this. Some AI algorithms used in the justice system, like those that predict the likelihood of someone re-offending, have been found to be racially biased. In one high-profile case in the US, it was discovered that AI was more likely to predict that black defendants would re-offend compared to white defendants, even when the facts of their cases were similar. This kind of bias in AI could actually make the problem worse, not better. On the flip side, there's a strong argument for AI being less prone to the emotional biases that humans have. AI doesn't get angry, it doesn't feel compassion, and it doesn't make snap judgments based on gut feelings. In theory, that could make AI an ideal judge for cases where facts and logic need to take center stage. But then again, do we really want to take all the emotion and empathy out of the justice system? Humans are emotional beings, and many legal cases require a deep understanding of human experiences, something that AI simply can't grasp. So, what do you guys think? Are we on our way to a future where AI judges run our courts and robots control the government? Or is that just another science fiction fantasy? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is one of those topics that opens up so much room for debate, and I'd love to hear your opinions. If you enjoyed this deep dive into AI and Buck Rogers, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Modern Sci-Fi for more videos on the intersection of sci-fi and reality. Until next time, stay curious and keep imagining the future.